Welcome back, welcome back. We were talking sports. We're switching gears a bit because the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival is coming up, and that's a very important event. You know, it's the Gayelle is partnering in that event, and it's we want people to go out because I always said about Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival and always say, all right, cool, because I'm a theater freak, as the people used to say, and I never went. And last year, because of my involvement in Gayelle, I went out to the film festival. And very interesting, you know, not run-of-the-mill films and so forth. You see some very interesting...
Some good films that feel new and fresh, and it's not just your old Hollywood type thing. And speaking of...
And it'll be cheap.
Yes, new and fresh. One of the interesting things is $25 a show, opposed to usual 45 or 50 or whatever it is. One of the nice things about this film festival is that we have taken something very local, an indigenous bird, to Trinidad and Tobago, and it has become the motif of the film festival. Nobody would have thought that the Corbeaux would have been the motif of anything. Eddie Bowen,
we have the man responsible for that
creation, and we have Claudia Pegus, fashion designer.
Extraordinaire.
Everything has been put up to you. Anybody who has come to the Gayelle this week to talk about the film festival has said that that was strictly Eddie's thing. Now, I don't know if they are not taking responsibility, if they're shoving it off on you, but this was your idea.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. And you get relics with the Corbeaux now, but I applaud you. Where everybody said the Corbeaux is Eddie for the Corbeaux. Well done to Eddie. But tell us about it. Tell us.
Well, I went through a long list in my head as I was thinking about the image, about an image, and none all seemed to be a little too predictable. You know, you film, you know, the reel, the camera, the this, the that, the actor on the stage, all this kind of thing. And you know, there's a school of thought in design which says, in modern design at least, which says that the image itself doesn't really have to directly relate.
And here we see Corbeaux, of course, that is being used,
in terms of, you know, being a literal content and reference to, you know, the content of what it's supposed to represent. So a lot of, I suppose it's a kind of a European take on things, you know. The Corbeaux is a resident friend of mine where I live. And
everybody Port Spain landfill?
No, not quite close. And I after, you know, a good few weeks of kind of like throwing this around in my head, I kind of like looked at the bird and realized that it was kind of enigmatic, extremely beautiful in the sun, and in the air like a dancer. And I thought, you know, the way the Corbeaux was a highly sensitive creature. And I kind of likened that to the director or cameraman, the lens of the eye. And the Corbeaux uses his senses to sort of perceive the environment, not just for carrion, but also for enjoyment. They just love to fly.
Right.
You know.
When you see them circling and gliding,
yeah, a lot of them
you think
just,
that there's a joy in that.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's no point because there's no carrion up in the sky, you know. But many times during the day, they will just take off for the hell of it.
I never hear somebody talk about a Corbeaux with such passion.
No, well, it's some good hours I watch this thing, you know.
They really are fantastic to watch. So if you do sit down and watch them, and if you think about, the Corbeaux has now been transformed into the fashion of the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival as well. Claudia Pegus has taken your motif and put it on to bags and T-shirts and so on. I'm sure that you have never used a scavenging bird on any of your fashion designs before. What is it like using something like a Corbeaux?
Well, you know, the thing is, as a designer, it's very interesting for me to use any form of what should I say, character shape to come up with a creative idea, a new, fresh idea. And you know, when I was given the logo, I thought very, very interesting. You know, a Corbeaux of all things.
You sure you didn't call Eddie and say, Eddie, what are you doing, man?
No. But you know, the thing is, I saw a lot of opportunities for me to stretch my imagination, because you know, when you look at the picture, I could use, you know, the beak, I can use the head, I can use the eyes, I can use the wings. There are many aspects of the bird that I can use from a creative standpoint in, you know, the T-shirt, the bag, and so on. And actually, what I did is, at the time, I had some foreign interns from St. Martin's in London working with me, and I thought it would be challenging to give them that as a project. So what I did, I briefed them. We sat down together, and I told them what I wanted, where I wanted to place it, the look that I wanted to get, and you know, it was a very interesting project for, you know, my company, because I was able to incorporate my interns and you know, they're going to use that as credits when they go back to school.
And if we go out to the film festivals, starting next week, Wednesday, your items are going to be on sale. We're going to see the t-shirts.
You're going to see
bag.
the t-shirt, and the bags,
Out there,
Yes, the t-shirts are done in organic cotton, and the handbags as well. And I think the t-shirts are $100. Yes.
That's very reasonable. But coming back to your English interns, how did they grasp the project, and how long, you know, it take for them to come up with concepts, you know, to put
actually no, these are West Indian students studying in England.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, and I thought that they'd be able to relate to that.
All right.
You know, I mean, from a graphic standpoint, they came up with lots and lots of ideas, you know, and under my guidance, you know, until eventually we came up with the one that the film festival committee liked. You know, we did send them several. So there are lots of things that, you know, lots of things we could do with it. As a matter of fact, I was disappointed that we only got to use it for 2 items, because I can see so much range. You know, we can use it for pendants, we can use it for on mugs, we can use it on so many things.
So why the limitation? That's interesting.
Well, I don't know. I suppose you know, maybe it's an idea that they will take up.
Related to cost.
Yes.
There are also silk screen prints, are there?
Yes. Posters as well. Yeah.
Silk screen prints.
Well, that's my involvement, and I suppose my kind of like reward was being sent to New York to sort of do these limited edition silk screen print. Fantastic paper, great fine art studio in Brooklyn. Some great technicians in there, and we did the print from the original. And that is what the film festival, that's why the film festival have an artist, because every year they're going to do a print from the image that the film festival artist comes up with. So I went to do that and came back. That's really the process of the Corbeaux.
So if you're involved in the film festival next year, you may be creating a motif.
No, I think every year they're going to have a new
signature
signature designer.